Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Recovery Snack from Recovery Concepts on this Monday. Just like that, June 1st. Boom. Almost halfway through 2026, man. It goes fast. Appreciate y'all joining this morning. Sorry for the hiccup again yesterday. Like I said, it is what it is. Life on life's terms. We'll move some things around, and I got pretty good ratios as far as getting a video done a day. But yesterday, it just didn't happen. So, anyway, we're going to dive in here today and see what June's got for us, man. Really glad you guys are here. Like I said, I've run a little promotion this last week, so I've got some new subscribers. Welcome. I'm Chris, like I said, with Recovery Concepts, which is an actual business. The link's in the body of the page and can explain a little bit more. If you got any questions about it, just give a shout. But what I do here is get my day started with a recovery reading and kind of my observations about, how I feel about what it was, what it hit on me, what it makes me think about. So let's dive in. June 1st. And our quote, if you will, for today is from Step 6 of Alcoholics Anonymous. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. It's actually the step 6. Actually, the 6th step. In step 5, we unloaded the harmful baggage of shame, guilt, and denial about destructive behavior. In step 6, we prepare to live without the defects that created all the baggage in the first place. Live a different way, man. That's what it's about. At first, this sounds like a no-brainer to most of us. Sure, we're willing to give up our problems, but step 6 asks us if we're ready for life without them. That means coming to terms with how we use our defects to get the things we want, protect our egos, make us feel strong. What will happen if we face the world without them? What if we become honest, generous, loving, and responsible? What would we lose? What would we gain? How do we think these changes might affect our lives? Prayer for the day. Higher power, help me become truly ready to have you remove my defects of character. Help me trust that being the person you want me to be is safe and I can give up all my old defenses. Today's action. Today I will make a list of at least 10 things I fear will happen if I give up my old behaviors and defenses. I will read them to my sponsor and we will talk them out. Go through them. Love the action pieces of these readings, man. Step 6 does sound, like Durhay, you've taken the 5th step, which was extremely hard, for me anyway, and exposed all your dirt to your sponsor and your higher power. And there's a release from that. Cliche as it sounds, you're as sick as your secrets makes a lot of sense to me. That's what I felt that day. I felt a release and a lightness of something that I just hadn't felt. I didn't remember feeling it before. It was weird being 43 years old and not having a secret. I mean, no secrets. But that's step 5, and that was the other day, and we'll get back to that again before it's over with. But step 6 was more so to be done with all of the behaviors. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Well, you might be ready, but I was out there a little while, and sometimes a lot of us aren't, but more times than not, from what I've found over the years, most of us spend a little bit of time out, and the isms show up in some of us a whole lot more before the substance abuse. The behaviors show up before the substance abuse. The substance abuse helps a little bit with some of the behaviors, or it did for mine: anxiety, depression, just social awkwardness, a bunch of stuff like that. But then over time, as the alcohol and the drug use expounded and got more and more and more, it enhanced a lot of my behaviors, and it turned against me. And tried to kill me, man. So it's real easy to say I'm ready to be done with these things, and I think in my mind I was. What I did not understand is that it didn't change. I think Rome wasn't built in a day. If I read it right, it took about a year to burn too, man. I thought, okay, I done my step 5, said my step 6, man. Now I'm ready to go out here and do this. But I went out there and I still had some old Chris going on, you know. I still had some old behaviors. I still had some old thought processes. And my sponsor told me it would be odd that I didn't. You know, I was just hoping that I would be in a spot where those things would just magically disappear, like the weight of my secrets in step 5. But that's not what happened to me. I had to initiate and be intentional about trying to be catching myself and my thought processes as I engage with others, or have even thoughts, man, just in me, thinking about, looking at things and thinking about them a certain way. It's not that hard for, me, especially back in, to get back into some old checkpoints about how I went through my mental process of looking at situations or people. And it took a long time to turn that around. When you're doing something for 20, 25 years, that's me anyway, it just didn't. Step 6, I admitted that that's what I wanted to do, man. I was ready to do it, man. But without intentionality in my world and practice, man, acceptance of failure as I practice and get back up, do it again, talk about it. And, when I really caught myself going in a direction I didn't want to go with my behaviors or my actions, and I called my own bullshit, it was a lot easier for me to be more mindful of it the next time, before the act occurred, if you will. Before. Because that's about like a relapse. This is just a mental one instead of a substance one or whatever. My sponsor always told me, call me before. Don't take a drink and call me. I love you. I'll talk to you. We'll try to work it out. But there's nothing I can do for you at that point. You have already ingested the alcohol or the drugs. You don't want to have a relapse. You know what's coming. You know what you're doing. You know what you're getting ready to go do. Call me then. Don't go do the substance. That's a whole lot like, the behaviors. You see how you acting. You see how you feeling. You see how you scheming. Stop it then before you do any action. So anyway, that's what I got out of it. Appreciate y'all joining. Y'all know the spiel. Please tell a friend if you're moved to do so or whatever. Subscribe, like the video. If you got any questions, just ask. And I'm glad that you're here. Y'all have a blessed day. Make it a great June 1st. And if you want, come on back, Lord willing. We'll do it again Tuesday morning, man. Take care. Peace.